Okay, welcome everybody to my page. My name is Audrey Boissonneau, and I've made it my mission this year. I just came to realization, and I was influenced also by some other people that I admire, to just interview people and dig into their stories because I'm interested in people. I'm interested in knowing the story behind the people who are and what made them who they are today, what influenced them to be the person they are today. And today I am going to present to you a lady that I have met through our common social network marketing enterprise that we each have. So I've come to the knowledge of the women that we're going to see within the past 6 months. But more recently, we've been in touch more and more, and I've discovered that I want to hang out with this girl. She's really cool. So, for those who are new to this page, please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to get the notification on the latest video that I'm going to be publishing on weekly. And I'm looking forward to you discovering this woman that we have here, this gem of a woman. So, without any further ado, I'm going to let the one and only introduce herself, please.
Hi, you're so sweet. Oh my God. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you for inviting me to this call. I'm Leonie Philippe Baudouin. Everybody calls me Kronyka. That's my artist name. So I am a district manager with Arbonne, and I'm also an artist. I do all of the arts. And me and Audrey are very interested in a lot of similar things. So that's why we've been talking more, all that has to do with energy and creating our own lives and you know in an emotional, spiritual, physical way, all of the ways, right? So that's pretty much my thing as well. Anything that has to do with wellness, energy is very interesting to me, and the universe is so cool, right? So basically that's it for me. I can't wait to know what you want to talk about today.
Well, I want to know first and foremost, how did your name that you're going by has come up into your life? Like, was it a nickname that you were given in the past, or is it like a name that, like a new identity that you gave yourself? Like, how did you get this name?
That's a good question. Um, Actually, it's like my close friends, been calling me that forever, like since I'm maybe 14. So it's really been a long time, and I just never changed it, you know. I was like, well, everybody calls me this. Most people call me Kronyka. They don't call me Leonie. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna put it on my social, and it just became my name. So actually, it's my friends that are dancers that called me this way, and that was my dancer name at first. But then I also started painting, and I also sing and write, and those are my. I still use that name for those arts as well. But yeah, it's really that people called me that, and I just kept it. But it's not an amazing story, but
It is the story. So, Leonie, how was it? Leonie Kronika, how was it um, growing up as a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-year old Leonie or Konica? Tell me where you're from, your upbringing, if you have siblings, and how was it growing up?
um, uh, it was nice, but a bit difficult for the programs that I was installed with, if we can say like that. I actually grew up in Ecuador, so in South America with my family. We're not from there, but we moved there when I was like 7 months. So I really grew up there. And then we came, I loved it. It's really beautiful country. And then we came to Canada when I was 7. So I learned more different cultures. So it's like really between a bunch of culture. And my mom is French from here and from France as well. She's also German and native, and my dad is Asian and Indian. So I have like a lot of different cultures in me, and I can sort of relate to most people. What was less fun, I'd say, were all the programs like that society gives us. So like the way I feel about my body back then, about my race, how different I felt from people here. I didn't feel that in Ecuador because everybody's brown, even though they're Latino, we're not the same race, but I didn't feel no difference like growing up, right? So then when I came here, I was like, okay, shit, I didn't realize that I was actually different than the people that I was gonna live with, and that was pretty hard for me to sort of um understand that it didn't matter, right? Like I didn't know if people would want to be my friends and things like that, right? So that was kind of difficult. And then the whole body image, especially when we were growing up, was very like strict. I would say like curves were not celebrated as they are today. So it's kind of hard for me growing up in different culture, different vibes. But apart from that, my family is very loving, very kind people, and very blessed in many ways. And I've learned to love myself deeply this past 2 years in our bond. So definitely blessings, only blessings coming forward. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I grew up in doing art, just loving the way I could express myself in those ways. When I wasn't feeling good or when I just was feeling like I love patterns and colors and things like that. So I could sort of express my emotion in all of those ways. And I grew up just like dancing with a lot of guys too, and I became really close friends. And that helped me as well with communicating with people and seeing that we're really all one. It's not because we're different races or genders or whatever that we're different. I think we're not. I think we put the focus so much on how different we are in society when everything is everything, you know. I feel no separation now from anyone and any age or race or anything like that. So that's pretty much it.
So you grew up in Ecuador, but then you moved to Canada when you were 7 years old. So was your main language Spanish or?
Yeah, well, we learned French and Spanish. Over there they have French schools. And of course I spoke Spanish, and then when I came here I also learned English.
And where did you arrive to Canada? Like when you were 7 years old, did you arrive in the province of Quebec?
Yeah, Quebec.
Okay.
Quebec. I was born in Toronto though, so that's strange. But yeah, Quebec is my province
All
now.
right. And you said that you were expressing yourself through art, and you're a painter, you're an artist. Is this something that you took up in college after high school, or was it just like a gift or a talent that you always used as a means of expression?
Well, art has been a part of my life since high school, like since before that, like singing and dancing, always been a big part of my life. And our culture as well, with my family, how we express ourselves, especially dance and music. But for the painting part, it's not that long ago. It's I'd say 2 or 3 years ago. Because my grandma used to be a painter, and when she passed, I kind of sort of wanted to feel close to her. So I started, and I wish you could see what I make now, but I'm sure she knows. So yeah, I love all the arts, and I've been writing since I'm 16 as well. So pretty much into all arts, and I in college I studied literature, so I love
Okay.
books.
And also, I remember a few weeks ago on a Sunday night call with the team, you mentioned when introducing yourself that you had written books in the past. Can you please tell us about those books? What was the experience like? What was like what was the topic? And what language did you write them in? And are they still available?
I've written 5 books. They're all in French. No, one is in English. One is in English. They're like all in my US, my USB card. Like, um, it was fun. It was fun. Mostly sci-fi, fantastic stuff. I also write short stories and poems. Those are published though. I have a website on, Vocal, so they're published. But my books are actually like nobody's like read them.
do you eventually go to publishing for those books that you've done in the past?
Um, Not right now because I'm really perfectionist, so I'd have to like. Well, right now I'm like revising one that might one day if I get it to the publishing thing, but I'm really like because writing is a way for me to feel better, right? Like just whenever I don't feel good, I journal or um, but and I enjoy books and novels and stuff like that. But it's really like a journey for me. So I don't mind if there nobody reads them, like honestly, Um, but I'd love to one day just feel that something is like really finished that I can send. But I'm really perfectionist, so I don't know when. Maybe this year, maybe I'll be done. But I'd say we'll see because I'm not sure, but I'll let you know. But you guys can read my short stories though, for sure.
That's great. After the interview, I'm gonna put the link of your social, like where we can find your art, read your short stories, so that people, can discover more about you, and so that we can, yeah,
You're so
shed a
cool.
light on the beautiful Kronyka. My next question to you would be, when would you say the first source of personal growth, influencer, coach, or mentor, was to you whilst growing up, or who would it now be as a full grown woman?
Honestly, I did not do personal growth when I was growing up. I was very into like um just doing soul things like art and not necessarily connecting that much with others as I do now. But when I started in Arbonne, it was like a big part of what people were doing. And I was like, okay, I don't know why they're doing this, but I'm gonna check it out. Um, and I had already read The Secret, but like I read it like a book and I was like, okay, that's cool, but then applied to nothing. So I was kind of familiar with self-help books and things like that, but I hadn't read a lot of them. But I started really diving into that when I heard videos from Abraham Hicks, and that was really like life changing for me. The way that she spoke with Source, um, that was really, 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 really transformative. And then it led me to other people like Regan Illier, Juan Barahona, Hannah Wood, and I just really started to love that. And Bob Proctor too, which is in our field, which that is really cool. Um, so it really helped me like understand what it really meant, like all the laws of the universe and how we can really create whatever we want. That was like really interesting to me.
And how were you
Always
introduced to? Sorry, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to say, how were you introduced initially to Abraham Hicks, and how did they shape your life?
Well, it was through Arbonne because I heard just some people talking about it, and Steph was talking about it, one of her colleagues, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out, and I thought it was a guy. I was like, okay, I'll check him out. But yeah, so I just started like on YouTube watching a couple videos, and Regan and Wampa, I just found them on Facebook. But I guess it's like resonance, like you attract things that might be useful to you. It's sort of that intuitive nudge from your higher self that helps you find things that you need at the right moment. So I think that's kind of how it went for me. It's always like you see something that like makes you want to look it up, right? And I think a lot of people just don't follow those intuition and they just like, oh, I'll look it up later and they forget or they don't click on the things. But I'm very like, okay, I'll listen to now. I'm a now person. So that's how it went.
All right. And given the opportunity today in 2021 to give a pep talk or like a coaching speech to your 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-year-old self, how would it go down? And what would be the top three key points that you would like to tell her?
Love yourself always. very important. Self-love is the base of anything in life, whatever field that people are in. Um, don't care what people think because they're projecting, and they um, often just project their own insecurities into others, and sort of bring the vibe down. So it doesn't matter what other people think. All that matters is how you feel and how you think about yourself. And a third thing is never listen to advice from people who are unhappy or not successful in what you're trying to do, because they don't have good advice.
Indeed. All right, so that was the three key points. And say you were to leave the world today, what would you like people to remember you by? What kind of legacy would you like people to know about you?
Um, just love and light and joy, like have fun. Have fun. Every moment is important. Every moment is like it teaches you or gives you something amazing. So just enjoying the present, and like casting your vision always, but have fun. It's like um we're really spiritual. I know a lot of people that are very spiritual, but people have to understand that it's not like a necessarily always a serious journey. Like, yes, we do shadow work, yes, we face our fears, all that stuff. Like, it's a must, but we have fun, like keyword fun. Because if it's too serious, then you're missing out on moments that can be really enjoyable and really full of beautiful energy, which is love and light, and it's more the most powerful energies, right? So that would be my only advice to my future kids and grandkids and all that stuff. Just have fun now.
All right. And is there a goal that you would like to share with us? Maybe like a career goal or a life goal or something that you're working on that you're willing to share with us today?
Yeah, definitely like raising people's vibration, like the collective's vibration. To me, it's really important to raise it. Anytime that I have a conversation with someone, I try to like make it something that will benefit the world, because I feel like our energies create those ripple effects through the universe. So every moment, every thought, everything that we share is important. Um, in a way that we can make it beautiful, we can make it amazing, and we don't realize on the moment what it causes through the energy. But I really feel like that's definitely my vision, my goal, to help the most people that I can to feel good, in any way that would help them.
And say I were to give you like a fly as often as, I mean, as many times as often as anywhere as you would like to go, where would you like to go now? And would you take a flight back home or would you stay there?
Oh, you mean fly like a plane? A
Yeah, like to
plane.
fly on the plane. Like if I were to give you like a plane ticket now to whatever destination in the world you would like to go to, where would it be? And would you take a flight back home or would you stay there?
Well, my two favorite countries are Cuba and Costa Rica, so I would definitely go. I'm not sure I would come back if I go to Costa Rica because it's so awesome. It's like really amazing. Like they got everything. I mean their values, the green side, the ecological side, and also the food is amazing. The people are kind. The music is my type of music. Um, Definitely. But I love Canada as well, and my family's here, so I couldn't say I would never come back, but I definitely would stay there for a while.
It would probably be a one-way ticket for a few weeks, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So to conclude, where can we find you and discover the beautiful artsy side of you?
Well, on Linktree, so like Linktree/Kronyka, that's like where all of my sites are. So my art shop, my urban shop, my podcast, my short stories, my YouTube channel. So most things are on there, or on any platform at Kronyka is my handle.
And okay, and say someone wants to buy a piece of art from you. Do
Mhm.
you paint upon request or you produce as you feel and people buy from the different paintings that you do, or and what means of painting do you use?
Well, they can buy things that are already made on my art shop, like they're already listed. But it can also contact me directly or on my Instagram page for my art. They can ask for like customized orders, and then I make them. Then I show them if they like it. Now then we proceed with payment. If they don't like it, well, it's all good. I'll list it on my shop. You know? But I do take customized orders, no problem. But mostly they can buy things that are already made on my art shop, no problem as well, and I just ship it to them. And I use mostly acrylic paint.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Kronyka. I really appreciate discovering the person that you are. And everybody, as I mentioned earlier, I will list in the description below the various links for you to access our artist here, Kronyka's artsy side, and discover even furthermore about the woman that she is.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to you. It was really lovely to have some time with you.
Same.